What's up, babies? Welcome to my channel. My name is Miranda. I am a somatic sex coach as well as a relationship coach, and today we are going to be talking about female hygiene. Now, this has got to be one of my most requested videos upon the female gang or the female community. If you want to know how to keep your coochie in good condition, whether that be smelling better, tasting better, looking better, just appealing and feeling better, then you want to stay tuned to this video. So to kick things off, I thought I would start with my most frequently asked question, which is, Miranda, how can I smell better? Well, for starters, this isn't going to be your first, nor is it going to be your last time hearing this, but we are making sure that we are washing ourselves daily. Now, for me, I have a pretty active lifestyle, so I wake up in the morning and I go to the gym. After I go to the gym, I come home and I shower, which means I am washing my vulva. Then I go to work. I have a pretty physical job where I'm working on the public doing rehabilitation, manual therapy. So I'm seeing multiple people, like 4 to 5 people a day. So I'm coming home and I'm definitely making sure I am showering again. So that's 2 times in one day. Sometimes, because if I'm going to do something spicy in the evening, or sometimes just after sex in general, I'm hopping in the shower and I'm including it in my aftercare or my pre-care routine. But we want to make sure when we are washing our vulva, we are washing the exterior. We're not actually washing the inside of the vagina. So I want to repeat that one more time. We are washing the outside. Nothing is going on the inside of us. Now, over the years of experience and just understanding and learning from other educators and my mother, who's been amazing on just like vulva health throughout my whole life, one of the things that I will never forget is not to use scented soaps. You can use a lightly scented soap if you don't have a sensitive vagina or a sensitive coochie. That is totally fine. I mean, at your own risk. But for me personally, the best thing that we have done is actually eliminated all scents and just use a hypoallergenic, super sensitive, non-scented soap. Listen, honey, if nobody has told you this yet, I'm going to tell you right now. Our vaginas are actually self-cleaning. Their job is to maintain a healthy pH balance so that we don't have bacterial infections or just infections in general. So we want to allow it to do its job and maintain that healthy pH balance. And by us going inside, douching, spraying water directly in there, using those scented soaps, putting sprays and perfumes and lotions all up in there or all on the outside of her, even using those wipes and those soaps that are marketed specifically for our vaginas or our vulva health. Those exact things can be doing harm to us. When we use those heavy fragrances or heavy scents, it actually throws off the pH balance and doesn't let the vagina do its job, which is to naturally clean itself. And over cleaning it can actually kill off the healthy bacteria that is there to protect you from the bad bacteria overgrowing. So that healthy bacteria is actually there to help you fight off that bad bacteria. Now, the mainstream media hasn't really done a good job at educating us on this. On top of encouraging these practices that are actually not good for your vaginal health, they're also really bad for a woman psychologically, giving us all a very unnecessary amount of anxiety about our vaginal health. And lots of these products actually add to the stigma that vulvas face, which is essentially being unsanitary, and they're providing us more ways to sanitize ourselves. I mean, you don't hear about penis wipes or specific ball washes or penis washes, but vaginas have been labeled dirty. So yes, boo, it is 100% natural for you to smell a little sweaty sometimes, and it's 100% natural for it to just smell like skin or like genitals, because guess what? That is exactly what it is. We are human. We are gonna have our natural smells, and everybody smells a little bit different. Now, if you're smelling something that is fishy or a strange odor, that is exactly when you make a doctor's appointment, because we don't want to sit on it. If it has been there for a couple of days, that is when we go to the doctor, because there is a higher chance that we might have an infection. We don't know if it's an STD, maybe it's just a bacterial infection, but we want to make sure that we are getting that nice and checked out, because we don't need to have any issues in this area at all. Now, I know I went off a little bit on how we can smell better, but now I want to talk about how we can actually taste better too. And I'm going to lay it out nice and simple. If we eat like shit, we're gonna taste like shit. If we eat like shit, we're gonna feel like shit. And if we eat like shit, we're most likely gonna smell like shit. No, not actual shit, but you get exactly what I mean. So we wanna be avoiding eating lots of preservatives and lots of foods with sugars. If we're eating sugars, we're trying to get it from our fruits. If you have a major sugar addiction, lean into dates. They have been a savior for myself. But we also want to be avoiding alcohol and drug abuse, because those things also directly impact the way that we taste, the way that we feel, and the way that we smell. Now, because I have a manual therapy practice as well, I know that a large portion of the population actually doesn't drink enough water. So for me, I drink about 4 liters on average a day of water minimum, and I'm usually adding in an electrolyte too. Now, I didn't get here overnight. I used to hate drinking water. One thing that I do that helps me is I actually bring a massive water bottle everywhere I go with me, and yes, it's obnoxious, but I don't care because I won't drink it if it is not there. I also drink a room temperature or warm water with lemon, because lemon is amazing for your body, and a little bit of ginger too. Anything that you have to do to get your water in, no coffee doesn't count, no tea doesn't count, no booze doesn't count. I don't care what excuse you have. If it's not water or an electrolyte, don't talk to me. Another thing that I want to add is that if you don't already know this, which I think a lot of you might not actually know, is that 95% of your serotonin is actually made up in your gut. And for those of you that don't know, serotonin plays a huge role in your mood, in your sleep, in your digestion, and in your sexual desire, and so much more. So if you're wondering why you might be feeling like shit because of the food that you're eating, you're probably most likely not tasting the greatest either. And when people say, oh my gosh, just drink pineapple juice, you will taste better. No, I once dated somebody who was so unhealthy, and he drank a ton of pineapple juice, and he ate like ramen noodles and hot dogs, and this was in my teenage years. And let me just tell you something, no, that is not how that works. That is not gonna save you. Overall, you wanna be taking care of yourself thoroughly, okay? We want to be treating our body like the temple it is. Plus, when you take care of yourself, whether it's your physical appearance or hygiene or what you are actually consuming and putting into your body, those are just 3 things that increase how attractive you are. And that's not just physically, that's mentally, that's you're caring for yourself. That is one of the sexiest things that somebody can do, is just actually care for themselves. My 3rd tip for you is actually gonna be revolving around your underwear. Girl, I get those sexy undies. I do. I love the lace. I love the spandex. Sometimes I love the nylon. I even have a pair of leather ones. But I mean, if we have problematic vaginas and we are more prone to infection, like yeast infections or bacterial vaginosis, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry, because you need to be wearing cotton undies. And trust me when I say you can find cute ones. My cotton panties are meant for my everyday use. My sexy undies are meant for like an hour to 3 hours, because I'm wearing them, I'm probably going on a night out, and then I'm coming back and they're getting taken off of me. So they are for a temporary use, and they're usually not as comfortable as your cotton underwear. But cotton underwear is like a 10 out of 10 because they're comfortable, they're breathable, and they are absorbent. Unlike those synthetic materials such as nylon or spandex, these don't allow the area to breathe at all. Instead, they trap heat and moisture, which is a perfect breeding ground for bacteria such as yeast. Oh yeah, also if you're prone to ingrown hairs, switch up your underwear to cotton. That will help a lot, and size up. Now, my next tip for this underwear thing is actually to go commando at night. Now, I know it might seem weird to some of you, and if you're not doing this already, you should be doing it now, because your yoni, your vulva, your vagina needs time to breathe. It doesn't need to be restricted and confined in those panties all day long. It also doesn't need that thong jammed right up there, and you just don't need to sleep with underwear on. Let her breathe. It is healthy. I mean, hell, I was raised commando, and honestly, I just started wearing underwear like 2 years ago, and it's not easy. I don't like wearing it every day. That is for damn sure. So I don't. I just do a lot of laundry. My 4th tip to you is if you are not taking one of these or consuming a higher amount of probiotics, you should do so. Now, I'm not a licensed physician, but this has been recommended to me by my naturopath, my gynecologist, as well as my doctor, and that is taking a probiotic supplement. So I take 60 billion live probiotics every single day, and that has taken my vaginal health through the roof, and she is actually happier than ever, as well as my gut is thanking me too, and so is my mood, and I digest my food so much better. You know that weird awkward bloat that we get, not that period bloat, but that bloat that we ate something that just is not good or that just is not digesting properly. Adding live probiotics into your daily routine can actually help your body function a whole hell of a lot better. Trust me, male or female, I don't care who you are, you should be taking a probiotic. My fifth one is, honey, wait front to back. We don't wait back to front. I don't care if it's after sex, I don't care if it's before sex, I don't care if it's just every time you pee. We always go front to back because we don't need that nasty bacteria all up in our vulva and our vagina. Like, no. The sixth tip I have for you is to not hold your pee. No matter where you are, I don't care. You find that washroom, you pop a squat, you go pee when you need to. This can lead to bladder problems, UTIs that turn into kidney issues. We just need to make sure we are going pee when we need to go pee. This next one, I'm just gonna thread right into do not hold your pee, and that is we are making sure we are peeing after every time that we have sex or we self-pleasure. There's no ifs, there's no ands, and there is no buts. I don't care if you don't have to pee, honey, just give me a little drip drip. We need to make sure that all that bacteria that was pushed up into our urethra is getting pushed back out through urine, and urine is going to clean that bish out. If we do not do this, we increase the chance of us getting a UTI like crazy. So just pee, just do a little dribble, wash the area, do a nice warm cloth, and your vulva, your vagina will be so much happier. All right, babies, that is all that I have for you today. I hope this feminine hygiene routine kind of helps you out. Those tips help you out and you learn something good that you can apply to your hygiene routine today. Also, I was thinking that maybe I should do a video on date night, like what I'm gonna wear, how I'm gonna get ready, what I do to prep myself, and what exactly is in my overnight bag. Let me know if that is something that interests you at all, and maybe I can do a video on that. All right, babies, I will see you later in the week or next week for another episode. Cheers.